up? I'm Janet Varney. I play this young lady right here on The Legend of Korra, and you are watching Syfy Autograph Hunters.
Yo, what's up? This is Dante Basco. I'm Prince Zuko from the Fire Nation, and you're watching Syfy Autograph Hunters. What's up?
Hey guys, we're the Syfy Autograph Hunters, and today we are interviewing the awesome Janet Varney and Dante Basco of Avatar fame and plenty of other stuff.
That's right. Janet plays none other than the new Avatar, Korra, and Dante is known for Prince Zuko and General Iroh in The Legend of Korra. So how are you guys tonight?
We're doing good.
Is it night already?
Yeah,
oh,
I think
boy.
so. It's night for me.
I had to tuck in.
We're doing good. This is multi-generational.
It is.
Avatar familia.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
that's right.
We're very excited to be at the same con together. It's very cool. We knew each other from before, but
it's good to hang out in other cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's a great place to hang out.
Especially Florida.
Especially Florida.
Miami.
Which, by the way, is not a city. To be clear, it's a state.
We know, it's Tampa.
Yeah.
Not Tampa Bay. That's actually a piece of water.
Yeah, that's
We're
correct.
actually in Tampa.
We're not on a floating island of fun
So
in international waters
Exactly.
where anything goes.
Exactly.
Where street fighting reigns supreme. There's no law, and
there's laws here.
people trade fish instead of money.
Yeah.
We are not in that location.
No,
we're in Tampa proper.
The city of Tampa.
Correct.
Proper.
Can I just say you guys are great at improv? I mean,
Wow.
You can
Some
keep
people
going.
are.
Oh, come on.
Aw.
Come on.
Think
We
about
both
that.
love nerdy, colorful watches. We discovered that.
Those
You've got
here's
a nice
ours.
watch. I'm rocking a Timex.
Ours
You got
are
a
awesome. We
wristband,
got a wristband.
and a wristband.
No, this is a watch.
Is
the thing
it?
is, it's like Teen Titans where they have
Teen
that little
Titans
holographic,
ah,
the little what's it called?
I don't know what it's
Disappearing
like.
watch.
That's awesome.
Robin has it.
So,
Ah,
Robin has one.
You could play Robin. You could.
Yeah, that's one of the roles I did want to play growing up.
Oh yeah?
I auditioned for him a few times.
Did you?
Yeah.
What
Keep
about just
going.
being Batman?
Chris O'Donnell got it.
Chris.
You were robbed.
I was robbed.
You were robbed.
I was robbed.
I gotta go. Terrible.
Oh, do you write these, or do you just
Oh
come up with them on
man,
the spot?
do I write them? Or do I write them and then apologize for them the second after they come out of my mouth?
Overstate
yes,
them?
I do.
Yes,
I
okay,
do.
so
Janet, did you watch
Forget my
any
name
of
for
the?
a second. There's only two of us here.
It's been a long
You were
day
about to call me
already.
Dante. I get it.
Did you watch any of the original Avatar before you started working on The Legend of Korra?
I had seen some of it, but as soon as I got into as soon as I was in the mix to possibly be Korra, I stopped watching because I got too scared. Because you'll probably agree with me. Like in LA, in the business, you almost don't want something too much because you're afraid that like it will hurt too much if you don't get it, and also that somehow will affect your audition. Like that you'll be too in your head thinking about how much you want it. So we try to like put a little bit of, it's a really hard combination because you want to kind of put a little bit of emotional distance from yourself in the job, but at the same time you want to just like work so hard on it and do the best job you possibly can. It's like you're trying to be two people at the same time.
It's like
I
it's
think.
balance, and
Yeah.
you're giving yourself therapy
Exactly.
at the same time.
Exactly.
Don't want this too much.
Yeah. I would say that being and doing what we do can turn us into the best or worst versions of ourselves. Because if you believe everything other people tell you or ask of you
Believe
or demand
nothing.
of you, right? Then you can just like either become super insecure or like super egotistical. If you don't have like a strong foundation of who you are kind of spiritually, whether that means that you're spiritual or just like a good person.
Right.
It's that kind of job where like it really demands you to kind of be one or the other.
Well, you just don't really believe any of it.
Yeah.
The bad stuff or the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
You gotta listen to this and like the people that know you and you really care about you.
Barney.
We just listen to each other. That's
That's
it.
it.
That's it.
It's
He's
really
like, don't wear that
entertaining
shirt. I'm like,
somehow.
I won't.
Don't wear that.
I won't. I gotta listen to one other person. It's gonna be Dante.
have to.
Yeah.
Now, also, out of the original Avatar characters, who would you like Korra to face off again? Would you like to
Azula.
see that also? Really? Why?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Azula,
yeah,
and I love
Azula.
Grey Delau. She's one of my best
I
friends.
love
so.
Grey and Azula,
Yeah.
and I love Grey.
Yeah. Grey's the best.
To know Grey is to love Grey.
To know Grey is to love Grey. That's a very good way of putting it.
Plus, she's sexy.
She's like the sexiest, but she's very sexy. But she's so silly, and she's such a ray of sunshine, and yet she can be the scariest evil female character.
And she's the most
showbiz.
awesome voice actress
of all time.
of all time.
I would totally agree with that. If you need something, go to her. If she's busy,
And
come
she's
to
a
me.
great singer.
She's
And
amazing.
She has
singer.
a Grammy or two.
Yeah, she's sung with. Listen,
She has
this
a
could be the
Grammy?
Great Allow
She
show.
has a Grammy.
Yeah, and also
Great.
she has the best son.
She has a cool
Ever.
son and a cool
Very
husband.
cool husband.
And
And a great ex-husband,
and a
frankly.
great ex-husband.
Yeah.
And she's dated some cool guys in her life.
What if we just started naming off? No, she's the best. Great, we love you. Yeah. I know she went out and loved. You know who she didn't hit it off with.
She's like, what are you guys talking about in your interview?
Wait, she'll love it. We gotta get her a
Talk about her
copy of
pet
this. She loves
dog
being
and-
discussed. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. We love you, Gray.
We do love you, Gray.
Say, quick question for you now.
Yes.
If there was one story plot that you could explore from Zuko's past, present, or even future, what would you like to see?
We know.
Besides the
If
mother
you don't
story.
bring, yeah. If you, I'm like, you've
The
gotta
mother
be
story.
The
The mother story is coming out in the comic.
It's actually
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I think, you know, I would like to see because Korra's like 100 years later. I'd like to see some of the stuff when Zuko became Fire Lord,
Right.
like how he, how he ran things, how he did his Obama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Zuko, like this is how I'm running the Fire Nation.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Until
Yeah,
Aang
I'm
comes
sure
in and
that
just
we'll see that too
until Aang
somehow.
comes in and just screws everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's all this, there was all this good stuff going on for years. He was I think he was a good leader.
Why is he so good at being bad?
Why is he so good at being bad? I don't know, but maybe that bad stuff comes back in. Maybe he leaves Maine, has a little affair with.
It kind of goes back to like
He has an
the.
affair with Katara or something.
Yeah.
Later
So
on.
I've heard.
It's a little bit.
That just
It's a
made-
little bit of like don't believe what. We hope that he didn't believe any of it,
He didn't
right?
believe
When he
any of that
got
stuff.
yeah.
Zuko didn't believe any of that.
Either he did or he didn't. But if he did, that bad could come back like
The
that.
bad's back. He didn't banish the Zulu or anything, so she might have came back and like
See,
a lot of stuff in that family. A lot of
a
stuff
lot
in that
of
family.
baggage.
A lot of baggage. A
Yeah.
lot of baggage.
Yeah.
But I like to see, him do his thing. I like to see him date more.
No, like, get out there. He's got to get out
Get
there.
out there. I mean, that day.
You know, like Ray did. What? No, we're not
Like
saying
Ray.
that.
Like
It doesn't
just like
make any
Ray.
sense. We're not even talking about anything real.
Okay.
boy.
How did you get the part, or how did you get the part of Zuko?
Did you get the part of Korra?
I got the part of Korra because they were looking for this cute blonde, and
Cute
I
blonde
was like,
player
I'll
blonde.
show up. I'm a cute blonde, and they're like, yeah, you are.
What if that were true? What if they didn't care about the voice? They just wanted someone with blonde hair. That would be the weirdest for a voiceover. Listen, they just wanted someone
I've
blonde. What
gotten,
can I say?
quite honestly, I've gotten roles. I know just because I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
It's like an Asian role, and they're like, well, we can get Dante Basco, and I'm like, do you guys?
That's easy. He can do it.
Do you guys understand that this is a voiceover? Do you get that?
Anybody could. Yeah.
I'll take the job. And
Yeah.
I'll take the money.
Yeah.
But the affirmative action.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well.
I don't
I
even
don't know.
sound Asian.
You're going to in the audition that we
This
record
audition I do later on, I'm going to sound Asian.
later. Yeah.
There you go.
Badly.
I'm gonna find out what that's like. I just auditioned for it. I just got brought in, and they did a few different rounds.
Did you go to Nickelodeon?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if I did the first thing. I might have just gone to the regular
Yeah.
audition. Like my agent maybe sent in an audition or something. But yeah, and then I went to Nickelodeon just like without Mike and Brian being there, and then I went to Nickelodeon and they were there, and then I went to a different studio when they did like a mix and match with some of the different people that they were considering. It was me and one other girl. Sadly, now I can't remember who that girl was, or I'd give her a shout out for getting
Think about her
close.
name.
I'm gonna sleep on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
Probably
this camera
great.
with me in the middle of the night. I'm gonna turn it on and go like, ah!
What's she going?
I think she might have been. I'm not even kidding you. But yeah, and then that's where PJ and
Was
David
PJ
and I
there?
first met.
And David was there too?
And yeah, they did like
Shout
a
out.
chemistry
Shout out to
mix.
PJ.
Yeah.
Good thing you guys brought it
Faustino.
up. Good thing you guys brought both of them up because we got a question
They're the
about
fellas. They're the
Yeah.
boys.
This is a question to Korra now. See, why Mako and not Bolin?
Well, it's because of this.
the look.
Is it because of the look? I like. So you're saying you look like Mako? So.
I got the
No,
the
the
round
Bolin
face.
look.
Oh, I love Bolin.
No,
I
she ships-
I
she
do
ships-
ship Bolin.
She shipped Bolin.
Yeah, I do. I love Bolin.
Don't-
He's my jam.
Don't be getting into the shipping world.
I know. I'm telling you, I stay as far
You're
out of
gonna
it
get
as
in
I
trouble.
can. But I just had to be honest about it. I will defend the funny guy.
You like the
to
funny
the
guys.
death. I do.
And yet you
That's-
ended up with Mako though. He ain't
I know.
funny.
Well, Korra did.
No, we don't
Just
know.
saying.
We don't know where it's at. This is early. Do you understand? It's early in the Avatar
Yeah.
game.
That's true, but I will say
lot of
it
stuff
has
could
been
happen.
acknowledged. It has been acknowledged that when book 2 starts, they are a couple.
Right.
So right now, Korra and Mako are together.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Early-
know.
It's early
Listen,
in the game.
But Lincoln's,
Yeah.
he does all right.
Okay, good.
He does all right.
Good. I
Sort
felt
of.
bad watching it. Like,
I know, I love
Ugh.
him. When he gets drunk on those noodles, when he eats too many noodles, my heart's breaking. I can really relate to that because I love noodles.
You can have noodles or gluten.
No, some of them are rice noodles. In fact, I'm pretty sure, like most Japanese, like so many rice noodles, it's totally
Yeah.
fine.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Neither did I. Something
yeah.
new. I did. I like noodles.
yeah.
You love
Can
it.
we all just agree that noodles are delicious?
Yeah, they're
Awesome.
awesome.
I'm a big noodle
Finally,
person.
can we unite together on
Ramen, udon.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
you bang
talking
different
about.
ones, man. Some people rep the ramen. Some people rep the soba.
So, the pho,
The pho.
the pho. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all good.
You gotta unite those things.
Those
The noodle
factions,
alliance.
those noodle factions.
The grand
We
noodle
just want
alliance.
noodle peace, all right? That's
Yeah,
all
noodle-
we're
Gotcha.
after.
That's cool. We'll get
I
you
like
some
it.
after the interview. We'll
Great.
get them.
Yeah.
You
Great.
get it.
Okay.
On the last episode of season 1, Aang said to Korra that she finally connected with her spiritual self after hitting her lowest point, and when that happens, they're open to the greatest change. Have you ever hit a low point in your life where a great change occurred right after?
What a great
This is
question.
in depth. I'd like to find out
know.
what is your lowest point.
And that's for the
now.
both of you.
This is it.
Just right now.
Lowest point.
Yeah.
We've hit rock bottom.
I've hit rock bottom. I can't believe I bottomed out on this interview. No, I want to acknowledge that's a really great question. I've never been asked that before, and I do a lot of Korra interviews, so
Yeah.
you hit something that I can't. First of all, I can't answer because I don't know. No, rock bottom. Wow, if I hit a
You
bottom,
gotta understand what this industry is.
Well, I'm
like a
starting to get
series
into it.
It's
of-
about
yeah.
a series of super highs and,
and super
rock
lows.
bottoms.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say. I guess I haven't had like a moment. You know, there are stories about people like that great actor who played Sawyer on Lost is a really great example. He's like a Hollywood legend in a bit, in a way because the story about him getting that role. I can't believe I'm giving someone else's rock bottom. But the story about him.
You gotta describe your rock bottom.
I know. I'll get there. The story, because I don't really have one. I'll get there as I make one up. No, he was like done. I mean, this is the sort of lore. I don't know if like this is what he said, but this is like what people say.
It's the
about
guy
him.
in Lost.
Guy in Lost who played Sawyer.
I didn't watch Lost.
Was basically about to move away. Was like, I'm done. I can't afford to live here anymore. You know, you hear stories about people living out of their car and stuff.
Right.
That's totally real. He like had no money. It was like he was like, I'm giving up on acting. This is not happening for me. And that was like his last audition, and someone said, and like he looked at the breakdown, and I guess Sawyer was supposed to be kind of like slick, like dressed nice and stuff, and he was like,
I don't even
screw
got those
it.
clothes.
Yeah, screw it. And he just went in like t-shirt and jeans, and like unshaven and stuff, and they just fell in love with him, and like he was completely different from anyone else, and they gave him the role, and it completely changed his life. So that's a good example of someone being like, I'm done, rock bottom, and then they get the thing that changes their life.
This is the deal about Hollywood. You remember the E! True Hollywood story?
Yeah.
Every actor in town,
Feels like they deserve
they
it.
have.
all.
Well,
Yeah.
we all have our own
Yeah.
E! True Hollywood story. And if you like look at your life, there's a reason why you came here. There's all these pitfalls that happened.
Right.
Most people leave because of certain things. People that stick around.
Yeah, that's what
All these things.
my manager would always say. Like, listen, I'm not saying I love that he compared me to a horse, but he would say you're a thoroughbred, and like you're meant for this.
You're a
And,
thoroughbred.
like, yeah, and he would say, don't give up, because when I first moved here, you know, I'd had like a normal life where you have a normal job, and like if you're good at it, you get a promotion.
Yeah.
This isn't like that.
Nope.
So I would have these like, I think one of my favorite moments that's kind of like what you asked is that I remember I didn't get a role for something that I really wanted, that I was very close to getting, and I was shattered when it didn't go to me. I really thought I had gotten it.
You're reliving it right now.
Because they're like, yeah, they're
You're
like,
reliving
I'm
it
an
right
actor.
now.
Because they're like, they're like, you got it. You know what I mean? It's one of those like,
You can't
got
talk
it. Like,
about
it's not
the roles
official,
like
but
that.
you got it.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And then I found out that they took it away from me
I
because
hate
like
that.
someone more famous wanted it or whatever, and I was like crying, and I remember saying to my agent and my manager, like, I can't do this anymore. I think I'm gonna have to quit. It just hurts too much. You get too
Yeah.
attached, and it hurts too much. And I wrote this really long email to my manager that was like, I just don't know if I can do this anymore. That role to me was like why I became an actor. Da 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 da. A year later, I was going through trying to find an email about something, and I found that email. I can't even remember what it was. I have no idea which
I
role it
can't
was.
believe you wrote that to your agent's manager.
I was like gonna maybe quit, they convinced me not to. They were like, just stick with it.
She
You're
said
gonna be okay.
you're
This is years
thoroughbred.
ago.
You're a thoroughbred.
You're a thoroughbred. Cream rises to the top. But I guess what for me that moment of realizing that something that seemed like a do or die for me.
It's not.
There are so many roles and there's work for everyone and you have so many opportunities to do well or not do well, but they keep coming if you stay, right? And
everybody's one roll away.
And everyone's one roll away. And just to feel, just to have that moment
And
where
no
I was
role
like,
will make you or break you.
I agree with that. And
although
just,
it might.
Hey! Totally kidding. Totally kidding. No, but anyway, the long story short, just to have that moment where you,
that's a great story.
Where you're like, oh, that seemed like the end of the world and it wasn't. And I think that's true for us, like in life too. It's just a blown out version of when you're young, it's like everything feels like the end of the world. And then, a few days later, a year later, whatever, you look back and you're like, you know what, I totally got through that.
It was worth it.
I'm a thoroughbred.
I'm a thoroughbred. And you prance and whinny a little bit, you pop
and
around.
when it's time to run, I'm running.
That's right. And you don't look back.
What an awesome interview.
That is awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And stick around because book 2 will come out September, what was the date? September.
Did it have a date or
There
was it
was
just
no date.
September?
Yeah,
no,
it's just September.
This year.
September of 2013.